Okay, POE. We're going to start trying to work with the remote control vehicle section, and this is for virtual only. So we're going to be taking our code and we're going to be putting it into the Vex VR to see if we can actually get stuff to work out okay. I'm trying to use the non-potato so that I can maybe get this to actually record. Every time I try to use potato mode, it doesn't work out like at all. So I'm going to try to use a different laptop and we're going to see what happens here. Now, last time I told y'all we're going to be using the, I believe it was disk transport. Let's see, I'll load it up. I may have lied to you, but we'll see. It should be the one with the 3 bins down at the bottom. Whoopsie. How about disk mover? We'll try that one instead. And, well, this one may be just as much of a potato as my other one. I don't know. We'll see. Let it load up and do its thing. Ah, there we go. This is what we want. So we're going to use the disk mover playground in order to be able to pick up our objects and then move our objects into these bins down here. Which bin you use, I don't really care, to be honest. But we've already, in the previous video, taught you guys how to get the thing to move forward and then get the thing to move backwards and then get the thing to move across like this. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try to add some collision detection. So we want this thing to move around and we want it to, if it runs into a wall, we want it to stop. So I'm going to just try to go ahead and say that I'm going to drag this block out and I'm going to say drive forward. Go ahead and get rid of that. I'm going to drive forward for, let's see here. 800 was a couple of squares, so let's just go crazy and let's just say I'm going to drive forward for 2,000. Oh, I can't do that. How about 999? Oh, there it is. Yeah, 2,000. Number line needs to be on. So if I drive forward for 2,000, this is not going to go well for us because whenever I do that, even if I put the stop driving right here at the end of it, whenever I start this inside the playground, it's just going to move forward and it's going to move forward way too much. It's going to drive forward, drive forward, drive forward, drive forward, drive forward, drive forward. Oh, crap. And it's going to hit the wall, and it's just going to keep trying to hit this wall as we continue to go. So this is with like absolutely no collision detection whatsoever. So we're going to change this around, and we're going to make this to where if it reaches a certain area, it's going to stop the motors on it altogether. So we're going to need to add some conditions to this. I'm going to look down here at the different options for our control. So let's see here. We're going to, I see a repeat, I see a wait, I see ifs. I think what we're probably going to want to do is we're probably going to want to add this if else. So we're going to add an if else statement. And the way that we want to think about this is we want the condition to avoid the collision. So we want it to default to the safety mechanism. So we want to say, hey, if there's some kind of event that this needs to stop, then we should actually do the stopping. Or else, if that's not the case, we should just go ahead and just keep on going. So what we're going to say is I'm going to go ahead and put this in the else statement. Ooh, how do I actually get that to... Oh, I have to pull down like that? Ugh. Okay, block code. I'm going to hit else, drive forward, and I'm going to have to pull this apart by pulling down here. I'm going to go ahead and put the stop driving here. And I'm also going to add another stop driving, and I'm going to say like, hey, if this condition is going to happen, we're going to stop driving. Let's go ahead and look at our sensors. So we've got brain sensing, that's for a timer. We're not going to use the timer yet. Drive is done. No, how about a bumper? So we can actually have it either use the left or right bumper. But this thing looks like it's going to be like running straight into it. So let's say that, let's use the distance. So let's see here. We can use this one and say like distance found an object maybe and click it in there. And the distance needs to be in millimeters. So let's see if we can actually do this. Let's see here. Can you tell that I'm not good at block code? Let's see. Looks like these are all, I mean, because it's got the diamonds. Those diamonds are conditional operators. So if distance found an object, and let's see, you should be able to plug this in inside of your if statement, but there's nowhere to like snap it into place. So I'm not sure what it needs to be able to find an object. Let's see. Maybe down here in the operators. Okay, let's try this. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that, and I'm gonna say, okay, let's go ahead and I'm just gonna plug one of these numbers in down here for in the green section. This is in the operator section. So I'm gonna say if, because it looks like there's some circles there that I can actually put it in. So I'm gonna put this, and you gotta kind of make sure that you get that border around it so it actually snaps in place like that. And it says if circle is less than 50. So we can actually use the distance sensing circle button. This is input output. So we're going to use this distance in millimeters is less than 50. Okay, so now what this should do is if you detect a distance from the distance sensor in millimeters that's less than 50 millimeters away, then you need to stop driving. Else, just keep driving forward for a really, really, really long time. Let's go ahead and click that back into place with the once started. And let's actually see if this works. This should actually stop before it goes to the wall. But if you don't detect it, then it's going to just keep going. Now, there's going to be one thing that's going to happen, and I'll go ahead and play it so that we can go ahead and see what's going on. See if I can move this over a little bit more so that we can actually see our code. All right, so notice it skips the if driving. So it goes ahead and it says, all right, well, we're doing this. And then when it goes ahead and it drives forward for 2,000 millimeters. So the if else statement is it looks good, but it's not actually doing what we want it to do. Okay, so we need to kind of change this around a little bit. Our first experiment did not work out the way that we wanted it to. So we're going to change this around. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this over, and we're going to add a while statement. Okay, so this is one way that we can actually do this. So I'm going to just say we can do a wait, repeat, forever. Looks like forever is, yeah, I like doing while loops, but this is like while true, which I've taught you guys about. So while true just means while it's going on forever. So we'll just go ahead and just put that in there. So we're always going to be doing this. So I'll go ahead and I'll click those into place like it's a little puzzle piece. And what we want to do is we want to change this 2,000 meters down or 2,000 millimeters down a little bit. So let's just put this in like 20 millimeter increments. So every time it's going to run through this code, it's going to say move forward 20 millimeters and then go back, check, move forward 20 millimeters, go back, check, move forward 20 millimeters, go back, check, move forward 20 millimeters, and so on and so on. So we're going to try that. Let's see if this actually works. I'm going to hit start and see if I can move this over so that we can see it a little bit. Okay, so see how it kind of like 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. So it's actually moving. It's like, all right, so we're good here. 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. It's just moving its way along 20 millimeters at a time. And it keeps doing this and drive, 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 drive. And then when it reaches the wall, what it should do is instead of actually run up against the wall, and it does, it should actually stop. And it says, okay, I'm not gonna stop it. I'm not gonna do anything else. I'm just gonna go this direction. Okay, so this is the first part that we need for our while loop in order to create some kind of collision detection for our object. So this is probably a good place to stop with this one. You guys have a great day. Try to keep working on this and seeing if you can actually get it to not only have collision detection, but also to take the objects, pick them up, and place them in their respective bins. And let's see here. I think that's it. Yeah. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you on the next video.